Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the first part of our Marvel HeroClix Avengers Fantastic Four Empyre unboxing series. Now, as with Rise and Fall, we had a primer going over the premise or the story that the set's based on, and as well as the figures picked up before the unboxing. So, Empyre. Empyre was Marvel's 2020 summer 2020 event story. The idea is that Hulkling of the Young Avengers has become Emperor of the Kree and Skrull, and thus ended the Kree-Skrull War, which has been going on for millennia. Anyway, as such, as both tend to be fairly militaristic races, the Kree and the Skrull both want a huge military victory to celebrate their new emperor. And so they go after the Kotati, a planet-like race native to the planet Hala, who are kind of involved in the beginning of the Kree-Skrull War, and are also kind of allies of the Avengers. So, yeah, Earth heroes get dragged in because the Kotati approach living on the blue area of the moon. But, so this is going to be a little bit different from the primer we did for Rise and Fall, as I don't yet have the starter yet, and there's no fast forces, so we'll be doing the play at home kit as well. So we'll start off though with what we pulled out for our sealed game. Starting things off, we've got Spider-Man. Spider-Man was involved in Empyre in the Fantastic Four tie-ins, in which he and Wolverine helped worked with Valeria and Franklin Richards to safeguard a pair of Kree and Skrull youths from a cult dedicated to the Kotati on Earth. So Spider-Man comes in at 65 points. He has the Spider-Man ally and Fantastic Four team abilities. Excuse me. As well as the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man family, reporter, and scientist keywords. We also have a trait, Spider Sense Tingling, which grants him super senses. Look, he does Dial. We've got some running shot. We've got some followed by sidestep. On attack, we got incapacitate. On defense, we open up with nothing actually, which then gives way to defend. Then on damage, we open up with wit, which gives way to probability control. I actually didn't run him at the sealed event for a multitude of reasons, but yeah. Next up, we've got Storm. Storm comes in at 35 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Morlocks, X-Men, Deity, and Ruler keywords. We also have a Rally ability that triggers off of opposing attack rolls that contain a 5. As a free action, you may remove Storm's Rally die, and this turn, when friendly characters begin a movement within her range, they can use improved movement ignores elevation for that movement. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, looking at her dial, it's rather short because it's only 35 points. We'll get some stealth, telekinesis, or no, that's not telekinesis. That's a special power. Downburst winds, which grants energy explosion and knockback. My bad. We get some super senses and some toughness. It's not bad for 35 points. Next up, we've got Rogue. And I'm hoping we get another one that's not bent. Rogue comes in at 60 points, has the X-Men and Avengers keywords as well as the Avengers and X-Men, or Avengers and X-Men keywords as well as Avengers and X-Men team abilities. We have a trait, Wonder Man's Ionic Stability. Seal Energy. When Rogue hits after resolutions, you may choose a printed combat value on one of the hit targets. If you do, until you choose again, replace the same combat value on Rogue with the chosen value. Okay. We got some charge and some sidestep. We get some quake, invulnerability followed by toughness, and then we get some late dial close combat expert. Alright, okay. I kind of prefer that Close Combat Expert being top dial, especially not with the way Close Combat Expert works, but, you know, whatever. Next up, we've got Black Bolt. This is a remake of the Super Skrull Illuminati from the Secret Invasion set. But Black Bolt here comes in at 75 points, has the Skrull's team ability, which grants shape change but succeeds on a 6. If a character with the Skrull's team ability has shape change already, then they add one of their shape change rolls instead. Looking at the dial, oh yeah, keywords, we've got Illuminati, Inhumans, Skrulls, Ruler, Spy, and Warrior. We also have a trait, Hidden in Plain Sight. When Black Bolt occupies clear terrain, opposing characters that didn't begin the turn within 4 squares of Black Bolt can't draw lines of fire to him. Okay. Looking at his dial, we get some running shot followed by plasticity. We've got a special power on attack for the entire dial. Engineered Sonic Scream. Free. Choose one to use this turn. Energy Explosion with 3 targets, or Penetrating Psychic Blast. Okay. Then we get some toughness and some combat reflexes. Then on damage we have a click of shape change, and then we get some end dial Close Combat Expert. Okay. Next up, we've got Invisible Woman. I love when they make her translucent like this. Invisible Woman comes in at 50 points. She has the Avengers and Fantastic Four team abilities, as well as the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and Celebrity keywords. We also have a Rally ability, which again triggers off of opposing attack rolls. There are some in the set that will trigger off of friendly attack rolls or just any attack rolls, but yeah. In Invisible Woman's case, it triggers off of the roll including a 4. Remove her Rally die. To your next turn, Invisible Woman can't be targeted by opposing characters. Okay, I like it actually, I really do. Then looking at her dial, we've got some Stealth followed by Sidestep. We've got some Quake followed by Energy Explosion. Defend followed by Barrier, and we get some probability control on damage. Okay. Honestly, I almost used her in my... I really wanted to use her in the sealed event. I really did. Next, we've got Quicksilver. And let me just say, I love the way that sculpt looks. So, Quicksilver comes in at either 60 points or 35 points. It has the Avengers and Brotherhood team abilities, as well as the Avengers, Brotherhood of Mutants, Inhumans, and Speedster keywords. We also have improved movement and ignores characters, and a trait, Faster Than the Eye Can See, which grants Sidestep. When Quicksilver uses charge and hits, after resolutions, roll a d6. On a 4 through a 6, choose one. Action total +1 the rest of this turn. You may place him in the square he occupied when he was given the action. Okay. So you can kind of yo-yo him back to where he was started from. Potentially. Looking at his dial, we have a full run of charge. On attack, we've got most of the dial having the special power, Supersonic Punch. When Quicksilver uses charge and moves in a direct path, he has knockback to this action. Okay. We also have a full dial of Super Senses, and that's it for Quicksilver. Next up, we've got Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider comes in at either 80 points or 40 points, has the Avengers and Mystics team abilities, as well as the Avengers, S.H.I.E.L.D., Wakanda, and Mystical keywords. He also has improved moving ignores characters, and a trait, Spirit of Vengeance. Ghost Rider deals penetrating damage to hit targets with 2 action tokens. Okay. Looking at his dial, we get a full run of charge. On defense, we open... for the first few clicks, we got a click of invulnerability, a couple clicks of toughness, back to invulnerability, and then the rest is toughness. Then a full dial of Close Combat Expert. Okay. Alright. Next up, we've got Taskmaster. I love the sculpt, but the dial itself is kind of lackluster, to be perfectly honest. So, Taskmaster comes in at 75 points or 50 points, has the Hydra and Team Player wildcard abilities, and team abilities, as well as the Aim, Frightful 4, Hydra, Masters of Evil, Shield, Thunderbolts, Assassin, Martial Arts, and Soldier keywords. He does have a trait. Oh, he's a captain. That should be noted. He's a trait. Just like I showed you. As a free action, choose a friendly sidekick and a displayed standard defense power that an opposing character adjacent to that sidekick can use. The chosen sidekick can use the chosen power until your next turn. Okay, alright. Looking at his dial, we've got 4 clicks of Running Shot followed by 4 clicks of Charge, 4 clicks late dial of Blades, Claws, Fangs, 4 clicks of Energy Shield Deflection followed by 4 clicks of Mastermind on defense, and on damage we have 4 clicks of Leadership. Okay. Next up, we've got Hulkling. Hulkling here comes in at 175 points or 50 points, has the Cosmic Energy and Skrulls team abilities, as well as the Avengers, Young Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Kree, Skrulls, Cosmic, Ruler, and Warrior keywords. We have 3 traits. First off, I had 2 wars in one day by holding a sword in the air. When establishing theme teams, characters on your starting force with the Kree keyword gain the Skrulls keyword, and characters with the Skrulls keyword gain the Kree keyword. Okay. Next up, your conflict created me. Leadership and Mastermind. When Hulkling uses leadership and succeeds, you may instead generate a Skrull spy or a Kree soldier on click number 1 from this set. Okay. Finally, okay, have fun with it. Free. Choose a friendly sidekick and choose Blades, Claws, Fangs, or exploit weakness. The chosen sidekick can use the chosen standard power this turn. Okay. Hulkling, by the way, is also a captain. Now, looking at his dial, we have a very long run of Charge, followed by a few clicks of Flurry. On attack, we open up with we got a full run of the special power, the Star Sword, which grants Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Hulkling uses it after resolutions, you may place an adjacent friendly character or a hit opposing character a number of squares away from their current square equal to the D6 result. Okay. Then we got some Impervious, followed by Invulnerability, followed by Super Senses. On damage, we've got Shape Change, which gives way to some mid-dial exploit weakness, and back to Shape Change. Alright. And finally, we actually got ourselves a chase in the sealed. Hulk. This is Hulk as the Horseman of Apocalypse, the Horseman of War to be exact. Hulk comes in at 225 points or 50 points, has the Cosmic Energy team ability, as well as the Horseman, Armor, Brute, and Monster keywords. He also has improved movement, ignores and destroys blocking terrain, and ignores characters. And we have a trait, the second Horseman, War. If an opposing character was damaged this turn, modify Hulk's attack by +1. If an opposing character was KO'd this turn, modify his attack by +2 instead. Okay. Looking at his dial, we've got some Charge, followed by a few clicks of special power, Rage given purpose, Brutality given form, which grants Charge and Flurry. Then we're back to Charge, and we alternate for the last few clicks between Charge and the special power. On attack, we open up the special power, like Lambs to the Slaughter, Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Hulk uses it, also deal damage equal to half the D6 result to each untargeted opposing character adjacent to Hulk. Okay. And then we get some Steel Energy, and then, again, kind of back to the special power for clicking and Steel Energy. Defense, we've got Impervious, we've got Invulnerability, and then we have a special power on the last click. Single-Minded Brutality, to stop click, grants Invulnerability and Regeneration, and he has Safeguard, opposing probability control. Okay. That's actually kind of nice. On damage, we got a lot of exploit weakness, with some mid to late dial, close combat expert, and back to exploit weakness. We also managed to get our hands on one of the legacy cards. This being the one for Daredevil, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., who's in the What If set. There's his dial. But we got 4 more legacy cards to look at before the day is up. So, but now let's move on to the Play at Home kits. These Play at Home kits apparently, if I understand correctly, even though WizKids is planning on bringing back organized play this year, play-at-home kits were enough of a hit that they want to continue to do them. So in these we get what would have been the prize figure for the sealed event and the map for the sealed event. So for this set, the play-at-home kit figure is a new Wolverine. So, this Wolverine comes in at either 100 points, 60 points, or 30 points. He has the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Jean Grey School for Higher Learning, S.H.I.E.L.D., Weapon X, X-Force, and X-Men keywords. With a trait. That's what happens when you scuffle with the old Knucklehead. At the beginning of your turn, heal Wolverine 1 click and roll a d6. On a 4 through a 6, heal him 1 click for each distinct printed team ability shared by Wolverine and all adjacent friendly characters. Okay. So you kind of want to keep him bunched up with a lot of other characters. Looking at his dial, on attack we have a special power, which we start off with. I think on each starting click starts off with it. You fight me, you're gonna get hurt. End of story. Grants charge, flurry, and stealth, so we get some regular charge. On attack, looks like it's a full run of blades. Defense, some toughness. Looks like it goes 2 clicks of toughness, 2 clicks. Click of super senses on after each starting line. Then on damage, we've got, looks like it goes 2 clicks of exploit followed by a click of close combat expert. Honestly, not too shabby. And that long dial, oof, definitely worth the 100-point investment. All right, now the map. Gotta have a map to play on, after all. Now there's also a starter game similar to the Wonder Woman starter set, which has map tiles. Hopefully we'll be getting that soon, and we'll be doing a separate video for that. Looks like we got a Manhattan Bridge outdoor, and Hank Pym's Lab indoor, which appears that the Hank Pym's Lab is a reuse of the Age of Ultron one. Okay. All right. Hate to say it, that maps are nothing special, but anyway, that's to do it for now, and we'll be getting started here pretty momentarily on the actual unboxing. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.